You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com. Good morning, Rico.
Buenos dias, Tucson.
Oh, look at you. Happy Cinco de Mayo, Rico.
Bienvenido a los regalos veganos de carne.
Is that all real Spanish? I thought
think
you
so.
didn't know any Spanish.
I downloaded some this morning.
Okay, that's good. You know, I know a little bit subconsciously, and every now and then it slips out, and I'm like, oh, I actually know that word.
Oh.
And I feel like I know a lot, and I have to be drunk to really speak fluently.
You know the best taco spots in Tucson. That's all that matters.
That's true. That's true. And I love my Mexican people. I love my Mexican culture. Grew up in Arizona, and definitely there's a kinship amongst the entire culture and this whole Sonoran Desert. You know, so if you grew up in Arizona, you definitely have that same kinship. But you know, Cinco de Mayo is an American holiday. Nobody in Mexico really cares about this. It's not a national holiday. We got stats and facts we'll remind you of later on in the broadcast, but it is an excellent reason to drink tequila. And any reason to drink tequila is a good enough reason for me. I'm telling you that right now. I love me some tequila, so
Yes, sir.
we will be celebrating today, if not on the show, a little bit later, like immediately. Happy hour starts at 10:01 this morning. So, yeah,
all right, Johnny Depp.
we got a lot of things to cover today. Happy Cinco de Mayo. We still have those things to give away, so we're going to play Mariachi Name That Tune in honor of the holiday, and we'll give you a breakdown of some of the cool places around town that are celebrating and giving you specials. So we have that. And I feel like a new man this morning because, you know, as being a man, I cry maybe like once a year, right?
War movies.
No, yeah, I mean, I like a breakdown and ugly cry like once a year. You build it up and you don't let it out, and then all of a sudden you
Your mascara's running.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yesterday I had counseling with my daughter's counselor,
Mhm.
right? So they wanted to just have a session with just me and the counselor. And I'm like, yeah, sure. You know, I believe in therapy and counseling. Absolutely. And my girlfriend was asking me, she's like, are you nervous going into this? I'm like, no, not at all. Like, I'm an open book. You want to talk? I talk for a living. You know, you have any questions or any advice? I'm open for it. You know, I'm a father of a teenage girl.
Uh-huh.
Right. And I'm not one that feels like I know I have all the answers when it comes to raising a woman, because I don't. I have zero answers. So I go into this therapy session, and within 5 minutes, no joke, within 5 minutes, I'm like, ugly crying,
Damn,
dude.
son.
Yeah, I couldn't even help it. It was like literally, it's stuff that I bitch about all the time, you know, talking about. And I know there's other parents out there that could relate having a teenager, you know, just kind of the distance that is there that develops, you know,
Yeah.
as they pull away and discover themselves. But having that realization and, you know, losing your buddy for a little bit and, you know, being a single father and, you know, growing up, raising my daughter, it was me and her, you know, that was the partnership. Like she was attached at the hip and I
Partners
needed
in crime.
yeah. And I needed her just as much as she needed me, you know. In fact, there's probably instances where I needed her more than she needed me. And so, you know, there was so much that pride I took in having her be a major part of my life. And it kept me on the right path. In fact, it kept me from being self-destructive. I'll give you a little fun fact. I used to write songs and rap, and we know this, right?
Mhm.
My muse was depression. I would actively do things to make sure that I would get depressed and down on myself so I could open up my notebook and then just write away. All right. And that was basically the time I felt most inspired, is when I felt the darkest and most down.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah. When I had my daughter, like, I stopped thinking about myself and stopped being self-inflicted. I started caring about someone else more than myself. And I lost my muse, which was a good thing. Like, I stopped writing after I had my daughter because all of a sudden I didn't have time to be that sad about myself because I only cared about what she felt. And as cheesy as that sounds, like that literally probably added years to my life and put me on a direction and a path where I'm somewhat of a functioning adult.
For sure.
And, you know, so if it wasn't for that, I would probably hanging out underneath the bridge here in Tucson, high on meth, asking for change.
Right.
Right. So a lifesaver there. So I owe her so much. And she, you know, I'm sure she reciprocates it and feels the same. But being a teenager, there's lack of communication.
Sure.
And she just annoyed at my existence. And it hurts. And I didn't realize how much it hurt until I had that little counseling session and literally cried in front of a very pretty counselor who is essentially like a stranger. Like
right.
I know of her, but she's like a stranger. And I could not help it. And
sometimes you need a stranger to be the shoulder to cry on, man.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently so, you know, and it's funny because my daughter had a counseling session right after. And and she started talking about me and then she started bawling. And so
woo, lots of tears.
Just imagine this counselor here and just like, okay, the dad cries because he loves the daughter so much. The daughter's crying because she loves her dad so much. What's the big effing deal? What's the problem here then? Why are you guys even butting heads in the first place? So it was a very vulnerable moment that I was like, I can't wait to share with all my friends listening on the radio.
I'm sure a lot of parents can relate to that. You know, I mean, there is that divide. I think those teenage years are pretty much a staple for everybody. And this is coming from somebody with no kids, but hears these stories all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's one of those things as they grow into maturity and as adults, they're going to look back and appreciate all those sacrifices. But for now, yeah, you're going to put up with all that communication barrier and all that, you know?
Yeah. Well, and they say the parental karma is that you're going to get it back tenfold, you know? So
Right.
as bad as you were as a teenager, your teenagers are going to be even worse.
Ooh,
And
ain't that the truth?
yeah. And in a lot of ways, that's not the case with my daughter. But at the same time, you know, when it comes to emotionally and attitude and stuff, yeah, absolutely. I'm getting it full force and it's fine. It's all part of the grind. And hopefully, you know, rainy days are here, but the sun should be breaking through those clouds here within a couple of years. I'm in 1920.
Damn, the poet's back.
Yeah, thank you.
Ooh,
I'm re-inspired.
damn.
I'm re-inspired.
I'm depressed
Rico.
again.
Yeah,
Woo!
all right. Time to have
Yeah.
another kid.
Right.
Who needs Zoloft? You just pop the kids out and like, bam, all of a sudden, numb to the pain. All right. Yeah. I like to open up the show, being open and honest with you. Now I'd like to play some music from Green Day because this song's dedicated to myself. It's called American Idiot. We got your morning moron coming up right around the corner and celebrating Cinco de Mayo all morning long with ticket giveaways and so much more. So keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. You know the name of the show. Let's go.
Woo.
Let's go. That's a cool way. Oh, yeah. By the way, I'm wearing a hat for Cinco de Mayo. Yes.
Is that Kenny Chesney?
No, it's not Kenny Chesney. It's Beef Vegan Rico.
double
Speaking of which,
checking.
here's Rico. Good morning, Rico.
Yeehaw.
And of course, joining us today, we got Kristin. Good morning, Kristin.
Good morning.
Yes, we're in honor of Cinco de Mayo. We're wearing cowboy hats for some reason.
Ranchero.
I don't know. I mean,
I got them in Mexico, so that counts for something.
Oh,
Does
there you
it?
go. There you go.
Yeah.
you got them at a
Yeah, I got
country
these in
concert in Mexico.
Yeah. Kenny Chesney and Garth Brooks in Puerto Vallarta.
I'm kind of mad that I don't look good in a cowboy hat because growing up in Arizona, you would think that'd be the case. And it's not. I don't have the kind of cowboy hat head.
You got the beard, though.
Yeah,
you,
but
you
still.
kind of do. The headset's not helping you right now.
No.
Yeah, do what I do. You got to put it sideways.
You put it
Oh,
put it
it's a one
over.
ear.
Lopsided one ear
situation.
situation.
Yeah, well, I can't. I only got one good ear. That ain't good.
Put it on the good ear. Oh, yeah. You kind of.
Yeah.
Well,
Then what's the
sucks
other
to
ear
be.
not gonna
Well, we got Kristin's in studio for a couple reasons. One, we just like hanging out with her, but two, we got a lot of different videos that the Roadrunners produced all year round. And you may have seen them at the game, but if you saw them at the game, sometimes you can't even hear them.
Yeah.
And it's
It's
good
tough.
work. Yeah, because it's a loud arena game and everything else. So we wanted to go through some of our favorite videos of the season. And it'd be a fun way to kind of showcase all the fun work that Kristin has done with the Roadrunners this past season. Just kind of asking them questions, putting jocks on the spot.
Oh,
Which
that's
on the
a
spot.
good one. Jocks on the spot.
jocks on the well, you should come to me for ideas. I'm an idea man. But I need your help in an idea. Rico and I are beating ourselves over the head trying to come up with a punchline to this headline. And I'll
Need
play
more
it for
sleep.
you. Here, this is the headline. See if you could help us here. Check this out, Rico. There's a type of spider found in China that has evolved so the male can catapult himself away from the female after mating to make sure she doesn't kill and eat him. Yeah, legitimately. So what is the name of that spider? All right.
See?
Yeah.
It's a funny
tough
premise,
I
but you
know.
need a good little punch.
Yeah.
Can't think of one.
Yeah. I was initially going to be like, it's called the gotcha bitch spider, but you know, that's
It doesn't make sense.
whatever, you know.
It can't be a sneak attack because she like knows it's.
She's trying to kill him. He's trying to get away.
That's true, but you know, like the spider, let's say here's the setup, right? Or you know, in real life, the spider's like wooing this female spider, and it's like, hey, baby, yeah, you know, let me get some, let me smash, and I'll let you eat my head.
I got eight
yeah,
of these.
you could eat me so good, I taste so good, baby. You could eat me after I'm done. Let me just finish, and then as soon as he's done, he's like, psych, I'm out. All right, see, I'm having a very difficult time with what should be a very easy joke. It's right there.
I mean, you
Rockwell-
keep saying "psych, I'm out."
I know. Well, because
He's trying to
promised.
murder him.
He promises that he could like sacrifice himself. Be like, hey, you could kill me if you let me bang you, and then he doesn't. Rock 1 2.1. Who's this?
This is Mike.
Hey, Mike. What's up?
Hey, I might be a little late, but your request for those rock songs,
Yeah,
Drinking?
the rock drinking songs.
I'll probably go to show my age here, but I don't know if you got them or not. Kiss, Cold Gin,
Oh yeah, Kiss with cold gin. Yes, that is on the list
And-
actually. And you got something older?
Oh, it is?
Yeah, but that's okay. You keep going. What's
And-
that?
Here's another one. Pat Travers, snorting whiskey and drinking cocaine.
I like that premise. That's funny. That is funny. I'm gonna have to
We
look
have
that
the
one up.
technology. We can do it now.
Yeah, we have the technology. We can start whiskey and drink cocaine nowadays. Excellent suggestions,
Yeah.
Mike. I dig that.
Well, you know, I just was thinking, like, damn, that's so old. It shows my age.
Yeah, but that's all right though. I mean,
Those are the good days.
oldies but goodies for sure. And I'm putting together kind of like a drinking playlist for my tequila sipping later on. I'll add those to the list.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe not the.
All right, cool.
I might not play the cocaine one till the weekend because I'm a responsible adult.
That's right. Responsible.
Right,
taxpaying
I
adults.
understand.
Yeah. Thanks for the
All right.
call, Mike. I appreciate it.
You have a good one, brother.
You too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't do cocaine during the week like a delinquent. Come
Right?
on, you know.
Who do you think I am?
Yeah, look at me. I'm a professional in a hat.
And
Nick said the 80s dad spider. Oh,
Too soon.
Yeah. DJ Looney said my ex-wife spider.
A lot of personal jabs in this.
Yeah. So a lot of personal jabs. Yeah, it's very
Everybody's
revealing.
like, you know what?
These punchlines.
Finally, I get to talk about her as a spider.
that's how you really feel.
Yeah, no shit. All right, we got 45 seconds. First, we're gonna educate, and then we're gonna play some of these videos from the Roadrunners, which has been an excellent season. Plus, I want to ask some of your highlights and lowlights from the season as well, Kristin.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right.
because all the behind the scenes stuff. If
There's
you
a
guys,
lot.
there's tons.
All the guts and glory.
Yeah, Kristin said she got a few gray hairs this season.
Ooh, I did.
Yeah,
I did get a few
I-
additional.
I did see them. I didn't say that
Till I
anything.
covered them up.
Yeah, exactly.
They were very much out there.
Yeah. You're lucky. I mean, I'm getting grays in my beard, but I don't think I'll be one of those guys to ever dye my beard.
But I mean, it runs in my
good.
family. Like my mom was fully gray by 26, 27. So the fact that I've made it to
that's because you're a hellion.
My
All
age.
right, let's get on here. Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents, hanging out with the hellion Kristin Thompson of the Tucson Roadrunners. Yes.
Some
making
days.
her mom's hair gray. And of course, Rico, it's the podcast broadcast. We're live. And then on the podcast broadcast video stream, we're going to be playing video clips of the Tucson Roadrunners that were shot all season long, kind of like a best of some of the funniest clips that were featured during the games. And we'll be able to go down memory lane and just bask in the glory that was a great season, even though the win-loss record didn't represent it.
it was a good rebound season.
Yeah, it was a good rebound season coming out of pandemic, and it was a fun season. The
Yeah.
games that were played were very fun, and the games that people showed out for that had the highest attendance, those are the games that were the most exciting, and we won in such a dramatic fashion. I feel like this season, more so than any other season, we turned a lot of more people on to professional hockey than prior. Like you came there being like, okay, I know about hockey, but I'm not necessarily a hockey fan. And then you left after some of those games being like, I'm a hockey fan.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's amazing. So that's obviously the goal. But also the goal of this show is to kind of help you guys out. We like to educate you here on Beef Vegan Presents. So I have a list of the 7 things you're wasting money on. And I guarantee you do some of these things, Kristin and Rico, the same. I know I have. So like coming in number 7, credit card interest, right? Fees and interest cost the average American household about $1,000 a month. So do what you can to avoid using them, right? Like consolidation loan. There you go. With a lower interest rate could also
This
help.
is coming from the heart. We can tell.
Learning hard. Words are hard.
Sometimes, right? Do you pay any credit card interest, Kristin?
I do, but I actually am one of those where credit cards are not my best friend. So I only have one. I've only ever had one, and I don't use it. Like I maybe use it once a month so that they don't, because like I guess I worked in banking and they say like just one purchase a month and that keeps everything good to go. My student loans are almost paid off.
See, I'm already
Wow.
effing this up because here's the deal. I just recently got my first credit card. Well, it started with a Kohl's card. Was my first technical credit card, and now I got
Baby steps.
$2,000 limit on Kohl's, and I still owe them $1,000. But I am balling when it comes to Kohl's clothes. All right, and then
And Kohl's cash.
yeah, oh yeah,
That's
tons,
right.
tons of it, right? And
Those
then
Hanes.
I got a gas card, right? So I only use it for paying gas, and I pay
Why'd
that
you
off
go
every
gas
month.
instead of like the airlines?
Exactly.
Because I'm not flying anywhere, Kristin. You see,
But,
you
like,
know
why
how
don't
much I
you
get
want
paid.
to, though?
Yeah.
No,
Inspires you to travel.
No, you need money.
I'm not
to,
asking because I have one like that. I'm asking because like I'm debating on switching mine over to that, but I'm trying to like pull the audience.
No, I drive every
Other
day.
grown adults.
I drive
Everybody
every
tells
day.
you, get the airline miles, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know people who have money will definitely vouch for that and say get the airline miles. But I fly like once a year, but I drive every day, and it's easier to build
That's
up my
true.
credit by just using this as a gas card.
That's
So
true.
that's one. And then I just recently got a different credit card with a $500 limit. See me balling, right? And I use that just for eating out, but I've been eating out too much, and now that I went over the limit there, so
So it's just going to change your whole lifestyle that
Oh,
way.
yeah.
yeah,
He's gonna come in with a big fur coat next week, and
right.
But he's not going out to dinner though because
right.
because I
you save
can't now.
one for the other.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know, but don't pay interest is the goal there, which I'm already failing on.
Big
All right.
time.
Overpaying for insurance is a way that we're wasting money. If you've been using the same company for a while, you got to shop around because they probably raised rates, and new customers usually get discounts. So legitimately, if you've been with the same car insurance for a while, you're getting ripped off. It's
But it
time
also
to
is
switch.
frustrating too because then like I have the same issue like with apartment complexes and my cell phone is you're taking care of the new customers, but what about the one like I've had my cell phone since I was 14.
Right.
We're not going to do the math on how many years that is, but like same company. I've had 2 different numbers. Long story.
You're like, I'm
Yeah.
loyal,
But, like,
guys.
They take care, like they sit here and say, "Oh, we have the best plans for new people," but I'm like, okay,
Right.
Mhm. I see how it is.
Did have to be a new person. I know.
Yeah,
They
and it's like-
screw over existing customers.
well, it's like screwing over loyalty.
yeah.
But yet every grocery store is like, "Oh, get my loyalty card. You get the most points there."
Right.
At the grocery store. I mean, granted, I do spend. Later, I went to the grocery store. I've gone to the grocery store 3 times this week. I didn't buy anything of significance. Like I need to fully grocery shop.
Right. You look
I
like
did
you
not.
only eat celery and bananas.
I do not eat. Well, I eat bananas, celery, no chance.
Yeah.
No, I have eaten like I told my mom last night. I was talking to her. I eat like crap.
Oh yeah.
The past like couple weeks, especially with the end of the season. Oh, it's been bad.
Yeah, you
like-
look good
like
for eating like
stressy.
crap. You know,
Chick-fil-A. I don't stress eat. I stress not eat.
I'll tell you
Oh.
this. We're gonna break down the top 5 things you're wasting money on the podcast broadcast stream, and then I'm gonna give you 5 examples why tacos are probably the healthiest thing that you can eat, especially on Cinco de Mayo. And we have video clips to share for the Tucson Roadrunners. All that and more coming up on the podcast broadcast. Keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear. All right.
Do you remember we went to tacos the very first time?
Mhm.
Me, you, and Noah.
Yeah.
That place was so good. I haven't been back, but it was so good. Their salsas.
It's Boca.
Fire.
Boca Tacos and Tequila. Chef
I
Maria.
walk by there like at
Oh.
least once or twice a week because like Kayla and I will walk downtown all the time.
Uh-huh.
We walk by there every time. I'm like, oh yeah, we went there. They have really good salsas, and we never like.
The salsa's where they got you?
Yes.
Yes.
No,
It's like, mwah.
what Chef Maria does
Mhm.
is she has different salsas like every day.
Oh,
So
wow.
you never know what kind of salsas, and they're always these like brilliant different
gotta go.
Like they have
combinations.
she has like her standard 2.
Yeah.
Like the regular one, but whatever 2 or 3 that we tried
They're
were
amazing.
so good. Like
Damn, I'm curious.
with
now.
a spoon.
Yeah,
Poor Noah though got lit up.
I know.
Does not handle spice at all. Got his ass lit.
He's a
up.
gringo.
Wedding.
Yes.
Pretty much.
All right, let's continue to
top
break
5.
down this list here. So we did the first 2: credit card insurance or interest, overpaying for insurance. Number 5, extended warranties. They're usually not worth it.
I love how this is the adulting podcast
Absolutely.
right now.
I'm just trying to share. I'm
Off
trying to share.
season.
Yeah.
Off season. Gotta change your lifestyle.
Food waste. Just last week, I bought 2 different deli meats. They're $10 a piece. And then every day last week, I was being taken out to lunch. I had meetings and shit like that, and I was being gifted food. And I had to eat that food. It was, it was a bad problem to have, a good problem to have, I guess.
A good
But
bad problem.
I was super
Mhm.
frustrated about it. And then, wasted that. Didn't even open it, and it went bad. ATM fees, they can add up. Sales items you don't need. Oh, that was my beef tip I was going to post this morning. I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow morning's beef tip.
Okay,
If
wait,
you're
beef
having a yard sale,
Damn it.
no, this is what I'm going to post on the KFMA page. If you're having a yard sale this weekend, double your prices and put 50% off stickers on everything. That's your beef tip. People love a
Is
sale.
this like a special
Psychology.
weekend to have a garage sale? Like, why'd you make it sound like this is the weekend to do it?
The last weekend before it gets to be 115 degrees out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Cinco de Mayo
Maybe.
weekend is actually like the biggest yard sale weekend of the entire year. Did you know that?
Interesting.
No, I actually made that up. But
Oh, good. I was like, what the
So
hell?
convincing.
all my beef tips are made up. And then the number one thing that we waste money on, and I think all of us do, is subscriptions you don't use, like magazines
Yeah.
or streaming services.
Cloud services,
I use
especially.
everybody else's.
You use everybody else's. You're one of those people, huh?
Netflix
Well, I use my
is coming
parents'
for you.
YouTube TV because they have ESPN Plus,
Uh-huh.
and I still get to watch it doesn't matter now because the hockey playoffs are on regular TV, but I use their YouTube TV,
Mhm.
so I get to watch I don't have to do cable anymore.
Nice.
So I run it through like Smart TV or Fire Stick.
Mhm.
Hey, just bragging.
I don't watch a lot of Netflix. That's one thing that I like. I don't watch a lot of Netflix.
Be honest with me, Kristin.
Mhm.
Are you right now feeling like you're in the middle of Brokeback Mountain with us wearing these hats?
I like how you just did
No,
this
this
too.
is like
Yeah.
back home. I mean, you have to remember
Yes.
this is
You're a Texas girl.
yeah. My
We did
mom and
this
I
for
literally
you.
had this conversation last night that her and my dad went to dinner for I don't remember for what, but they went to dinner and my mom was like talking about how you can tell when somebody like in Texas, you can tell how somebody's not from Texas is if they sit down at the dinner table with their cowboy hat on.
Oh yeah, they gotta
If
always
they don't
take
take
it
your
off.
cowboy hat off, like
Yeah.
go,
You
hurry, run. Like
phony.
he'll pay for your dinner, but like go. Like he doesn't have all the manners.
Go
Right.
on, get.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get into this. Speaking of Cinco de Mayo, you asked the Roadrunners players what question? I'm gonna play this first clip.
I told them one has to go. So I gave them 3 options. One has to go.
As far as holidays,
No, this was as far as like when you go to a Mexican restaurant.
okay,
Do you order like one's got to go? Is it chips and salsa,
okay,
chips and queso, or chips and guac? You would have thought I killed these guys.
right.
Asking this question was like trying to take their firstborn. I was shocked by this one, but this is our best video I think thus far.
All right, we're starting off with the best, and my computer like froze for a second.
Losing their minds.
Yeah, what's
Welcome
going
to
on?
the TCC scoreboard.
Right, yeah.
It's contagious.
It's no different than what
It's-
I'm used to. If this freezes, cool.
What have
great.
you done to us?
You like
Yeah,
frozen
it's
toast.
like we're at the Roadrunners game right now.
I know. It's just everything is.
We'll do it live.
Yeah.
Welcome to live entertainment round 2.
All right, hold on.
Except this time it's beef show and
I
not
know.
mine.
Ah,
Finally.
I'm supposed to have technical.
See how it
issues.
feels.
All right, here we go.
I love it.
One has to go. This is
One's
the
got to
video.
go. And I made sure these were hard.
Yeah. I mean, it was
Got to get the
too hard to
honesty.
even play, which is
It's
amazing.
real. It cuts
Apparently,
to
I
the
threw the
core.
computer off too.
How am I? Hold on, let me close out my Twitter.
Which one would you get rid of?
Oh, okay. So see, I'm torn.
Okay,
You're
why?
going for guac.
Going for
I'm torn
guac.
between guac and salsa. I'm never getting rid of queso. I'm sorry, but the
Jesus,
players that
life.
said queso, like, oh, we can't be friends, and I told them that as such.
Yeah.
Cut from the team.
Yeah, like,
Get out.
sorry, we cannot be friends outside of this if that's what you're getting rid of.
Are you constantly ball busting these kids?
Absolutely.
Good.
an actual test.
Absolutely.
They're like, she fired us for that? Like,
Nah.
yeah, she was being real about that.
Like we asked Thanksgiving questions. I didn't send those. Those were kind of boring. And Thanksgiving is far past.
Yeah, and they're Canadian, so they don't care.
No,
about
they have
Thanksgiving.
Canadian Thanksgiving. Theirs is a month ahead of ours.
Mm.
And
Do they eat duck instead of turkey?
no
yeah, what do they eat?
turkey.
The same thing?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think everybody has a different tradition. It all depends on their family, I guess.
Hmm.
And some of them are so used to like American Thanksgivings
Mhm.
that Canadian, like they do it twice because they technically don't go back home for their Thanksgiving,
Right.
but they do like a team Thanksgiving. 90% of our guys said stuffing. That's disgusting. I can't.
Well, you haven't
And
had
I
good
made
stuffing.
faces as such, and the guys were like, "You're the weird one," and I was like,
No.
I have well earned that title, but like it's not because I don't eat stuffing at Thanksgiving. It's disgusting. Soggy bread.
Right.
That's what it is.
Disgusting.
It's just soggy, chopped up bread.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
what it is.
here's a video clip. One of these have to go. Check this out.
Chip. I'm getting rid of chips and salsa, I think. Yeah, that's fine. Chips and salsa. It's a tough one. I eat them all, so that's tough.
Oh, that's gutless. Chips and guac, I guess.
Come on.
I go chips and salsa.
Probably chips and salsa.
Chips and queso.
Yeah, queso. Not a big queso guy.
Oh, chips and queso, unhealthy.
Chips and salsa. Easy.
I get all three of my Chipotle bowl. Queso. Queso, yeah. Yeah, that's tough, but yeah.
We'll go with guac.
Like ripping my heart out here. Wow. Chips and salsa? That's so sad that I have to say that.
Yeah.
They envision the pain they would go through without those
Yeah.
menu items. They're like, oh man.
Like,
They're grown boys.
Yeah, they need to eat.
They love their food.
but
Yeah.
also the weird flex of like, I get all those in my Chipotle bowl. Okay, relax.
Yeah. It's like, okay,
Chill.
you got that NHL bonus signing money. Good for
No,
you.
not him. Not that one.
Oh.
Not that one.
Oh.
But
Which,
also, like that one barely had enough teeth to eat Chipotle. Welcome to hockey. That's a real
I know,
hockey
right?
player.
That's I was gonna say that's a
absolutely.
That's the real
Who
one.
was your favorite player to watch? Because you were calling games on the ice all season long. So this year, who was the standout player, your favorite player to watch on the ice?
On our team?
Uh-huh.
Well, until JJ left, it was JJ because he 3 months. He had only lived in America 3 months before, he's here. He's, I think, maybe 20, 21 at best.
Mm-hmm.
But as a defenseman, he's no bigger than this pen.
Really small
as a
guy.
defenseman, you're skinny as this post.
Who's JJ, by the way? For
JJ
the
was
people who
the
don't know.
Moser. So he was the kid from Switzerland. Wore number 90.
Okay.
If your jersey number's 90.
I don't.
Very quiet. So he wasn't like one of the big personalities. I think he's in one of the earlier videos I attached sent
Okay.
over to you. We can probably find one.
Yeah.
But as a defenseman, you're not known for scoring. And he was just lighting every time he turned around. He was either an assist or scoring the goal. And for a defenseman, it was just very
Where's he at now? Is he in the NHL?
yeah, he's in the NHL. So he got called up right after Thanksgiving.
So they saw the talent. on
And
this
they
kid.
saw it, and he scored within, I think, 2 or 3 games.
Amazing.
So yeah, he was kind of the one to watch. Obviously, Michelli, sneaky good, the little Finnish kid I say little, but him and Karks were they're like 5'8", 5'9". But they were cool to watch. I have so many, like somebody asked me to pick a favorite. And I'm like that mom that doesn't want to pick a favorite because
Well,
they're all
think
like
on
my
that.
older brothers.
Think on that for a second. Let's go to the phones. Rock 1, 2.1. Who's this?
Hey, Beef, you got to Google Paul Giamatti cowboy hat, man.
Ah.
Look alike.
You son of a bitch. Paul Giamatti.
Is that the same color from
cowboy
last
hat.
time?
No.
No.
Well, is
Getting-
it Fern? Let's see.
Is he son of a bitch?
Paul Giamatti cowboy hat. Let's see if I look like Paul Giamatti in a cowboy hat. Because
It's That's a compliment.
No.
Big compliment.
No.
I talked to two girls yesterday that love Paul Giamatti.
No, again, like I
wish
said,
you looked like Paul Giamatti.
I had a girl say that I looked like Paul Giamatti when I was breaking down a craps table one time years back. And I was super offended because Paul Giamatti is not necessarily a good looking guy. You might know him from Private Parts playing the roles Pig Vomit. So that's Paul Giamatti. And I took offense being compared to an ugly celebrity. And my buddy Joel was like, well, he's a great actor. And I'm like, I wasn't on stage quoting Hamlet, man. I'm breaking down a craps table. So it's a bad. You see the resemblance there,
like
Kristin?
I do, yes.
See?
I
Fuck
do.
you then. Jeez, sorry. I mean, curse.
How dare you?
I see the
he looks
resemblance
vicious,
in
look
a
at-
sense of like, isn't he the fun? Is he funny? Is he the funny?
Oh
He
no,
can be
not
funny.
really. He's a
He's
serious actor.
Oh,
Yeah,
He's done a lot of funny roles.
he's not a great. He's not a funny. No one's like, hey, he's got a
With
great
glasses?
personality.
With glasses, this one with glasses isn't bad.
So what? Yeah, when he covers his face, he doesn't look that bad. Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm saying like put the glasses on. They look good on him.
Paul
Glasses. I
Giamatti?
mean, I'm sitting here wearing them
Dude,
now.
all you gotta do is put a Facebook
All right, well,
post and
thanks
say,
for the call.
who would you rather bang, Paul Giamatti or me? And then watch the numbers pouring.
Yeah. It'd be a lot of Paul Giamatti
you put the cowboy hat. I pulled up one that like was actually him
with glasses.
in real life. Like you look up his name, not
Nah,
put him in Brokeback Mountain.
not a huge fan. Let me see if this next video works.
That guy just ruined your mojo.
I know.
You son of a
Well,
bitch.
you know, I knew I
Go
wasn't
on, get.
necessarily looking
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Let's see if this works real quick.
Ooh, which one?
We're on it, but that's like, teammate, would you
Oh,
not
this
trust?
one's
Oh my God.
funny. Oh,
Yeah. And it froze.
we love that for us.
Going live.
I'll upload it. That's fine. We're going live on the air here in about 10 seconds. Got to figure out what we're talking
Strap
about
in.
next. Yeah.
I gotta think of. You said I had to think of a favorite.
You have to think of a favorite.
No, because I can't.
That's
Well, you have
pressure,
to.
man.
I like that.
Well, get rid of the ones that don't like cheese.
Rock 102.1 Cave, man. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents, the podcast broadcast, hanging out with Kristin Thompson of the Tucson Roadrunners. And we're just kind of recapping the season as a whole, as we had a great time entertaining you guys. And of course, the guys did a great job, kicking ass on the ice. Even though the win-loss record didn't necessarily reflect it, anyone who went to the game knew that they got their money's worth. And Kristin, she calls the game and runs all the game op stuff from the box that's right there on the ice.
Yeah.
So she's seen the action. She could even hear the guys
Seen,
talking
heard.
smack. Yeah. So what was your favorite fight moment where you cringed like, oh, that guy's face
my
got
God.
caved
If I
in?
could pull the picture up to show you guys. So awkwardly enough, it was Colorado. So it had to have been, was it Fan Appreciation? Yes, Fan Appreciation.
Okay.
Not sure why this fight got started. I think it was just a matter of like into the season. We're just going to fight just because we can fight.
Right.
I mean, at that point, season didn't matter. We were officially eliminated, but it was Seti Lacroix who joined the team middle of the season. Tough kid. He's actually played for our coach before, so there was some knowledge there of like what kind of player he was and all that. Awkwardly enough, the guy he was fighting actually used to play. Him and I used to work together at another team, and he played with another team.
Did you like him? Like, did you talk
nice
to him
guy.
a lot off the ice? Yeah.
I was friends with his at the time girlfriend. Now now it's his wife. They have a new baby. She's so cute. It's his twin, but in girl form.
Okay.
So that was the second time we'd played Colorado. So the first time I saw him, and he goes, "What are you doing here?" Actually saw him out at the bar.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What are you doing here?" And I said, "I work here. Same thing you're doing here. Same.
Right.
And so we chatted. Well, then his wife like DM'd me afterwards. Is like, "Hey, I heard you saw Smitty. Like, I'm glad y'all got to hang out. Blah blah blah." Just very, very nice.
Yeah.
So to see, one of my guys and one of my old guys fighting, and it's one that like I know the damage Smitty can do. So the look on my face was just horrified.
You were
'cause it's
cringing
like,
before they even started, before they even threw down the gloves.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
knew what was coming.
yeah. And then
Yeah.
of course the fight drifts over to my window.
Yes.
And the looks on my face. Oh my gosh. If I'm going to start searching as we're sitting here, I'm going to find them.
So there's pictures of your face in this fight.
Because they came up, and then there's an awkward photo of Dalton, who is the Colorado guy. Smitty's looking at me, looking at him horrified.
Oh.
And I'm embarrassed. I may post it on my Instagram just because like welcome to what it really looks like.
Yeah.
You see like when you're on the other side of the glass.
Somebody you care about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both guys I care about.
That's great.
I will say Tyson Empey had a couple good ones. But his is like you worry. You're like, oh, he's kind of the pretty face on the team.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, don't mess that up. Like, please don't mess that up.
Yeah, but with every pretty face in hockey and professional hockey, eventually it gets,
Eventually,
rugged.
yes, it does get roughed up a little bit. Obviously Boco's fights are, I mean, that's what, no offense, that's what a lot of fans pay to see.
100%.
Is him fighting because you're going to get a good fight.
Yes.
It's not just because it's not just for funsies.
Right.
So it's one of those, he puts on a good fight, much to the dismay of a couple. I mean, I've heard the conversations in the box. Some people are like, you don't fight good, blah, blah, blah. Like, there's no such thing as a good fight. It's wherever you latch on.
Right.
That's where we go. So if you don't like how he fights, then maybe you should get a better grab first. I don't know.
Exactly.
I mean, look in the mirror before you start complaining.
Absolutely.
In my opinion.
Yes.
But yeah, so the fighting, that one by the window.
Yeah.
Only
was the
because
best. We'll go find that picture
that's what
because
I'm
we're going to
looking
post that
for.
on the podcast broadcast stream.
Gosh.
We'll continue the conversation,
Scary.
plus show some of the clips that Kristin shot with the guys, so you get to know the Roadrunners a little bit better from this season and so
They're
much
good
more.
Personalities.
Yeah.
And that's just not me saying, hey, it's like you're not cute. You got a great personality. It's I finally got to finally broke through, and these guys' personalities came out, and that's what you like to see, especially on a Game Mob side. Is you've kind of earned their respect where they, don't mind doing the stupid videos every so often.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll talk more behind the scenes stuff with Kristin on the podcast broadcast stream. Be right back after this. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear.
And the best part about that photo is a series of photos too. It's like, God.
I don't know what's up with my internet today. Scott. Oh,
Scott.
Yeah, my engineer. Maybe it's because I'm wearing this cowboy hat.
It's ruining
He's jealous.
Yeah.
It's ruining the signal to and from.
It is.
It's like, we told you the cowboy hat policy.
Uh-huh.
It ruins everything.
All right, this should be fun. All right, and a good pause.
Are you pulling this like straight from Dropbox, or did you download it first?
I downloaded it.
Okay. You get in trouble. Oh, the jail card. If you get in trouble.
You know what? I'll tell you what. I think your idea was better of just playing this from Dropbox.
Are you calling
and
first?
sharing the screen.
Probably Travis Barron to bail me out.
Bashing. There's Captain. Captain still going to be on the team next year?
That's one thing I haven't looked up to see kind of who our potential returners are. He had a great interview about, just what do you do in the off season? And his was, I want to get better as a person, but I want to be a better hockey player, a better person off the ice. He's about to be a new dad soon. So, really try to be a good role model, good influence. So that way, not sure if it's a boy or a girl, but
probably a boy.
He was a great captain.
He's an alpha.
Very respected in the locker room. Easy to work with. Always did. If you notice, he's in every video unless he just wasn't here.
Yeah.
But every video, he's always the first off the ice after practice.
Without naming names. Because this thing's giving me a headache. Sorry, Rico. Without naming names, was there a player on the team that was difficult to work with and wouldn't do any of this stuff? Took himself too seriously. Right. And it was this dude tall and good looking?
No.
Okay.
Are we playing Guess Who?
Yeah. There was a guy on the ice who gave a look to Kayla, right? It was he wasn't on the ice. He was off the ice. He was in a suit.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I
And
know.
he gave the
I heard this
eyes.
story, by the way.
Oh, she told you?
Yes, I
Because I
heard
caught
this
him.
story.
I caught him. They both gave each other a look, and I was like, "Oh, look at that!
Yeah.
There's something going on there." I just caught it, and she's like, "No, he's just a stupid boy." I'm like, "Yeah."
She is correct about that one.
Yes. All right, let me play this now. I do have this lined up, so I'm gonna play this straight from the Dropbox. Excellent suggestion. So this is, which teammate would you not trust to babysit your children? Let's check this out.
which teammate is not going to be babysitting them?
Would it be bad if I said Karks now? Not babysitting Hudson Elenick. Yeah.
If you had kids, which teammate is not going to be babysitting them?
Hudson Elenick.
If you had kids, which teammate's not going to be babysitting them?
Which teammate's not?
Not.
Hudson Elenick. Or Mitch Holtz, for that matter.
Mitch Hall?
Cole Holtz? Cole Holtz.
Right. If you had kids, which teammate's not going to be babysitting them?
Oh, Ben and Travis Barron, for sure. Easy answer.
That's an easy Ben. We have to babysit him. So
Ben can't tie his own shoes. So
Benny McCartney. Ben McCartney.
Benny.
Easy answer.
Ben McCartney.
Benny. We have that same. I got a feeling everyone said this one. Ben McCartney.
Yeah, I'm going with Benny.
Poor Benny.
Poor Benny. So
it is poor Benny.
What
Benny's a
made
good
Benny
kid.
so wild?
It's not that he's wild.
Okay.
But when they say literally he can't tie his own shoe,
He just can't tie his own shoe.
he not help surviving, but yeah, it's after hearing it and then like the stories, all Benny likes to do is play hockey and golf.
Okay.
He's great at golf. Apparently, well, I shouldn't say great at golf.
He's great at hockey. He's in the AHL. He's on his way to the
great
NHL.
At hockey. He did have, he had 2 hat tricks this season.
Fuck yeah, he did.
So he definitely is great at hockey. Rumor on the street was that he may or may not have cheated in golf, which is, I play golf, so don't cheat.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not, this isn't the PGA, but he swears he didn't cheat. I disagree. It's okay. It's okay.
That's funny.
But yeah, he, nice kid. Will always, there were days where he's like, I'm just not feeling the camera. And those times when they say that, sure, go on ahead, have a good day, but always says good morning. Even if we don't say good morning, it's a good morning on the way.
So he's super polite. I still think
polite.
that's funny that Kayla told you that story.
Yeah.
That makes me, I'm pretty good at investigating this stuff or just seeing little signs.
I always worry about what people see, especially sitting in the box with, I make faces at people, not certain people, but like I make faces not realizing how many people can actually see me.
Yeah.
Because a player called me out one game because he took 3 shouldn't say take. He got 3 penalties.
Okay.
First penalty, I didn't realize I made the face.
He
He
made
called
the
me
face?
out and I made like a face and I said, what do you like? What? And he goes, why'd you make that face at me? And I said, what face? And he goes, like, you were disappointed. And I said, well, you got a penalty. I was.
Oh.
But I didn't mean to make it that time.
So
Then he
with
got
these-
a second penalty. I purposely made another face.
Right. And made eye contact with them. It's weird
Yeah.
that they actually see you because it doesn't
Not all
seem
of
like
them do.
right. But then you're like the disappointed mother. Do
Yep.
they feel
Mhm.
like that's
man.
that's funny?
Yeah, like I've just, they've disappointed me, but then he took another penalty, a third penalty, and finally I just glared at him. He goes, I get it.
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
I know.
You're like, get your shit together, man.
Yeah. And
Come
it's
on,
like,
we're
I
trying to
know,
win
I
this
know.
game.
Yeah.
All right.
You were sarcastic. Good job.
Yeah, good job,
Good
honey.
job. You lost.
Tell me a little bit of backstory behind the "Who Do I Call" video. I'm gonna get ready to play
So we
here.
couldn't necessarily ask, I was trying to be not politically correct, but just in a gentle way of which team are you calling to bail you out of jail, basically. Like
Okay.
which is that teammate that you can always call good, bad, or ugly? Like who's that teammate?
Right.
But I had to put it in a nice way of, hey, if you got in trouble, who are you calling?
Right.
So it doesn't necessarily mean like you went to jail trouble, because you'll hear a couple of guys say it depends on what kind of trouble.
Right.
Because like it's either jail or let's say,
Dead body.
Say you get arrested
maybe,
for fighting in a bar. I mean, that's the
fighting in a
thing.
bar, or let's say, you get kind of stuck with a girl you may not want to be with.
Nah. Yeah.
Who are you calling to get you out of that trouble?
Right.
Those kind of things. So that was the
Varies.
premise.
Was there a lot of same name in this one as well?
No, this is a variety.
Okay.
This is who you can kind of tell who people genuinely trust. So there's always like a back reason to ask these questions.
Yeah.
This was actually a player submitted question.
Okay.
Players were like, when are you going to ask that question? I was like, listen, I'm trying to stay on coach's good side here. So let me tiptoe for a hot minute and then we'll get to it.
Well, let's find out who the boys will call if they ever get locked up.
Spill the tea.
Check this out.
Which teammate are you calling first?
Probably Travis Barron to bail me out.
Okay, which teammate are you calling first?
Tyson Lempe. Doyle Summerby.
You get in trouble, which teammate are you calling first?
Boko. Depends what kind of trouble.
I think I'm calling. I know he's not here right now, but Michael Carconi for sure.
Yeah, Kirk's the dad. He'll take care of me.
You get in trouble, which teammate are you calling first?
Terry Broadhurst.
I'd call Fash.
You get in trouble, which teammate are you calling first?
Uncle Terry. Yep, Terry for sure.
All right, you get in trouble, which teammate are you calling first?
Cameron Hebig.
I'm going to call E. Yeah, I'm going to call E. He's always got our backs.
I like that one.
Best answer was E, who's our equipment manager.
Oh, yeah, E's good.
E's good. Like
people.
E's and I shouldn't say rescued, but E and Rhino, who is the assistant equipment manager, those two guys, you want to talk about the backbone of a team?
Yeah.
Those are the real MVPs.
For sure.
Not only for the team itself, but like for Kayla and I, and, there were certain times where, I bailed them out a couple times in a tough spot. They've, helped come in clutch with some things we needed. If, oh shoot, we don't have a puck, or oh shoot, can we get a stick? They were quick to do that, just as quick as I was to say, hey, I have 2 bags of jerseys and helmets.
Right.
Because, we mispacked our stuff for a game. Those are the kind of things that that's the true teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
E and Rhino are the epitome of teamwork, dream work.
I like the answer where it's like, I would call Boko, and essentially he was thinking like, I'm in trouble, like I'm about to get jumped or something like that. And
that's when we're like legitimately like in trouble.
Yes,
like,
yes.
You're calling Boko, you're in trouble.
Do you think Boko's going to be back next year?
I hope so. I think so. My gut says yes, only because you don't call him up on a suspension.
Yeah.
And let him play up there, because it's one of those where, the suspension that he was serving for was
to recap for the streamers. So Boko, he got suspended for the last 7 games of the season.
Yep.
Before excessive fighting, and there was an incident where he actually stormed the other team's locker room to finish the fight off the ice. That's not a good look. But
Definitely
during that
not.
suspension, the Coyotes did a workaround and got some action out of him, called him up to the NHL for 1 or 2 games.
3 games. He got 3 total.
He got 3 total games during his suspension. So he's not allowed to play in the AHL, but technically he was still allowed to play in the NHL.
Apparently. I didn't know that rule existed. So fun fact, I've been in hockey for 10 seasons. Did not know that.
Yeah, we all learned
loophole.
something new this season.
Yeah.
And he went up and he scored a goal, which is amazing. Did he get in any fights while he was there?
So his first game in, he got in it's not even a fight. He got in one of those scuffles that the linesmen step in.
Yeah.
With Tom Wilson, who is plays for the Capitals. He's kind of their tough guy.
Their goon?
Yeah, pretty much. He's I'm not gonna say the dirtiest player, but he definitely, there's some close calls where you're like,
okay,
wasn't necessary. So he got in a pushing match.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't much. He only played 4 minutes his first NHL game. Second NHL game, flipped the script, scored his first goal, actually turned the swing of the game around, and the Coyotes actually made a pretty solid comeback. The best part was, and I will admit, there were a few proud big sister type tears welled up of just his parents got to be there, and just all the crap that they've gone through, growing up, the stuff that Boko's gone through just this season.
8 seconds.
His 2 sisters, he's got 4. 2 of them made it. Just the pride in their eyes was just,
I gotta get back on. Excellent. Rock 102.1 KFMA. We're just sharing stories of the season with Kristin from the Tucson Roadrunners and some of the highlights. I do want to give you a low light of something not to do. Kristin, if you were ever to have somebody propose to you, where's the ideal situation you would want someone to propose to you at? Like most romantic.
Oh, most romantic.
On the Zamboni.
Yeah.
If it happens at a sporting event, the answer is hell no.
Right. No, that is tacky.
Heartbeat, like hell no.
Right.
Like that's like one of those things you talk about on a first date of if you think you're ever going to propose to someone, I don't care if it's me or the next person.
I know people in game ops don't like it as well. So, I've been working
game
5
ops people
seasons.
hate it, but like even before I was game ops, I hated it. I'm a big lake person.
Okay.
And especially like when I lived in Austin, there was like a really pretty lake that goes through the middle of Austin.
Yeah.
Somewhere like cute on, near a lake or like not on the ocean.
If you're in the lake, do you feel extra pressure to say yes? Just in case you say no, they'll push you off the boat and then just.
No, I'm not. We're not going to be in a boat because I can't trust that guy's not going to be so nervous that he's going to drop the ring in the lake.
Ah, yes.
I'm thinking like on the side of the lake, like you do like a picnic on the side where you're just kind of chilling.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I asked that question is because a guy had a clever idea to propose to his girlfriend and do it in a unique place. He did it inside a packed McDonald's. And this was in South Africa.
Value wedding.
Yes. And somebody actually recorded this moment and thinking it was going to be one of those magical moments where he gets down on one knee on a greasy floor in a McDonald's in South Africa and asks his girlfriend, "Will you be my bride?" And to which the girlfriend responds, "We're in a McDonald's, so my answer's a hard no."
Clever way to break up, though, maybe.
So she actually said no so viciously. It appears there was a heated exchange of words with the jilted man, and then she stormed out while the rest of the people in the McDonald's started booing. The video got 3.7 million views on Twitter, and I'm about to show it here on our podcast broadcast stream. But, there's a little bit of cursing and whatnot, so I'm not going to play it for you right here on the air. So if you want to see this guy get rejected in the McDonald's and hear her say McNo, you can join us on the Facebook page or youtube.com/beefvegan. We got your beef tip coming up after these words. Keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA.
I'm surprised she didn't say.
Those are the things, those are the conversations you have.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
From a guy's perspective.
Yes.
You ask those questions ahead of time. You at least know.
I mean, there's some guys are just, just delusional and think like, oh, yeah, she's totally going to say yes in this situation.
But after she's already told you, like, this is going to be a hard no if you do this, is that like, okay, I'm going to do, is that like challenge accepted in a guy's mind?
Kind of.
Or if he knows he wants to break up with you, he's like, this will definitely work.
Yeah, it says first KFC, now McDonald's. Let's see. I'm gonna pull this up.
He tried KFC first?
No. Somebody tried to propose KFC.
He's going through the entire chain of restaurants.
So let's check this out.
Chick-fil-A, maybe.
Oh, look at you, bougie. You like your Chick-fil-A.
If you make them open on a Sunday.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
No chance.
Let's listen to this, see how it goes. Standing behind her. Oh, wait. There's more.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Here it is. Oh my God. It's like, no, this motherfucker didn't. If I don't turn around, it means it's not happening.
Gotta know. Gotta ask the
question. Emotional damage.
Oh, she was older too.
Yeah.
You gotta step your game up.
I did not live a hard life to go do this in the McDonald's.
Nasty skirt. Look at him. Dejected.
I was joking. It was a joke.
No. All right. And here's the question for you guys. If you're working at this McDonald's, would you give this guy a free apple pie?
Yeah.
Absolutely. His meal is free. Like, go drown your sorrows.
Yeah. All right. So you asked the question to the boys about a boys' trip.
Oh,
What's the setup on this?
Okay. So the setup on this was, these are questions, they come off right after practice. So they have no idea what I'm asking.
Right.
They see my face. before they go on practice, they know we're shooting videos. So I ask some off the wall questions because stupid hockey questions, these guys don't want it.
Right.
Someone else can ask those.
Exactly.
So we have a good group this year. You see some groups forming. You can tell kind of who the golfers are, who the quiet guys are. You can kind of tell which groups belong where. And it's like,
Who's
I want to know
clicking up,
who
yeah.
would go on a boys trip. Like, who are the boys? Who's boy? You know what I mean?
This is a problematic question, and I'll tell you why. Because you're basically outing people who aren't like, like they're gonna look at the
I
video.
just want to see whose personalities are meshing together because they all hang out.
Yeah.
But it's like, where are you gonna go? That's the key.
Right.
Is what the location. And the behind the story too is a lot of these answers for location was because we had just come back from Henderson, and because Henderson was still playing on the strip.
Yeah.
You'll see why
okay.
there's the answers they are.
All right. Yeah. Who'd you go out and party with in Vegas? All right. Let's check it out. Oh, you can only.
Can I skip that question?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Oh, boys trip. I'm thinking maybe a golf trip. Maybe down south with we'll take Blake Spears and Travis Barron. Pretty good golfers.
Cam Crotty, Ben McCartney, and we're going somewhere up north.
I'd probably have to take Boakes, and I'll take Ty with me to Mexico.
Spearsy and Boko. We're going to Vegas.
I think I'll take Tendy and Bales. It's a tough one. We'll go to Vancouver.
I'll think the single guys. Wherever we can party, our best.
Ooh, it's a tough one. Got to go with Terry Broadhurst for sure. And I'll go Emps. We got some good chemistry. We hang out a lot. So, and where do you want to go?
I'm taking a golf trip.
Golf trip? Scottsdale. Keep it easy. Yeah.
I'll go with the same crew.
I'll take Bear and Boakes. We'll go back to Vegas.
I'm gonna take Tyson Empey and Seti Lacroix. We're gonna go to Cancun.
I think I'm taking Foles and I'm taking Harps, and I think we're staying in Vegas.
I'm taking Bear because at least he won't stop talking, so I'll be entertained. And I think Foles too. Foles got some good stories. I like that. I like Foles too. Banff, Alberta. Going to Fairmont.
Alberta, yeah. Banff is so pretty.
Is it?
Oh, it's so pretty. Like it's Lake Louise. If you've ever seen like pictures, like you can Google a picture of it. It's so pretty. Very pristine. Yeah.
Okay.
But you could tell the guys that did not get their fulfillment in Vegas wanted to go back ASAP.
Right.
A lot of golfers. We do have a lot of golfers on this team.
Yeah.
I would say more than half.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, doesn't surprise me.
Like there's a couple of them that on
It surprises
social,
me.
they've literally played golf. What day did our season end? On a Friday?
They must love being
They
down
played
here then.
Saturday,
during the
Sunday,
season. Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They've played 5 days in a row.
How funny.
Yeah.
Is it literally the obvious correlation of the holding a puck in a?
Yeah, that
Just
and the
kinda
weather.
that.
They absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
there's some guys that like we've asked them just on a one-off.
Hold on, we gotta
not
get back on
camera.
here. Rock 102.1 KFMA. We're wrapping up the show right now. We're learning that our boys, the Tucson Roadrunners, really love some golf. There are a lot of golfers on this team. Who would you say was the best golfer? Who would brag that they're the best?
From what I've heard,
Mm-hmm. Which you got to get basically the word on the street from the other players.
Yeah,
if they're giving
absolutely.
kudos to this person, you know they're the
yeah,
best
we
golfer.
asked. I did ask him in a questionnaire, which teammate is your golf part? It was like, would your golf partner be? Matthias Michelli
Okay.
was probably one of the top answers. Blake Spears was another great answer. Tyson Empey was a popular one. Ben McCartney goes just to have fun. Like
He's a drinker.
Yeah, they all are.
Yeah. Well, they're
Sadly,
young
Sunday
and-
afternoon or Sunday night, I leave my apartment for the first time all day because a day off. It was glorious.
Uh-huh.
Did absolutely nothing. Decided, I called. Who did I call? I think I called Kayla.
Uh-huh.
And was walking to the mailbox and tell me why I didn't hear 3 of our players' voices. And I was absolutely shocked that our entire team was at my apartment pool.
Yeah.
Playing beer pong.
Nice.
I mean, they weren't raising hell.
Party time,
Like
right.
they were, but it's one of those, you hear those voices and you're like, turn around, just go home.
Nice.
Go home. Like,
yeah, that's
go
right.
home. Like, this is.
Don't intermix.
Yeah, don't intermix. Like, please don't let them see you. Because, like, the mailbox and the pool are right near each other.
I don't mean to cut you off, but we
Yeah.
ran out of time. I'd like to thank you, Kristin, for
Of
coming
course.
in, sharing all these excellent clips with us. You could watch
I
the
sent you a couple
replay.
more, by the way.
Yes, and we're going to share a little bit more on the podcast broadcast stream. So, actually, no, we have to get out of here. But thank you so much. Tomorrow morning, we'll have a great show lined up for you. We're going to put Austin out on the street, and we'll give away tickets for Smashing Pumpkins. But you got to tune in to find out how and find Austin wherever he may be. Enjoy the rest of your day. Razor's up next. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish
Bye, guys.
soon will come and end to all your grief.
See ya.
But if you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.